Hi world, it's the 4th of January 2014, it's about 8:30 in the evening, it's full moon, Grand Cross, big one. Been away for a few days, I've been recovering from doing all those videos at the new year and I've got some personal stuff going on anyway, but I'm looking at the sky at the moment, I'm particularly looking at what's going on right now. At the moment we've got the moon at 10 degrees of Cancer. We've got Uranus at 12 degrees of Aries, Pluto at 13 degrees of Capricorn, the North Node at 14 degrees of Libra, and the Sun at 14 degrees of Capricorn. So there's a 5-point Grand Cross up there at the moment of full moon, and the most effective time of this full moon will be in 3 or 4 hours time. So by the time most of you are actually viewing this video, it's done. It's not so much the moment, it's not so much the day, it's what it symbolises and stands for, viewed big picture. This is a continuation. If you like, it's a major aftershock or an after event, an after echo of all of the Grand Cross patterns of January through to July, especially around mid-April of 2014, and of the Uranus-Pluto square. And because the Sun is on Pluto, there has to be an element of the darker, more psychologically based, not necessarily negative, just dark, potentially compulsive, obsessive, with an element of intensity and extremism, sure, but also with a capacity for purging and purifying. Although with the moon, the full moon in Cancer, opposite Pluto, those people being affected by this are going to go through some pretty serious emotional clearances in the next 24 hours, and is going to bring a lot of closure to things that have been brewing for 2 or 3 years. With both the Sun and Pluto, of course, and the full moon squaring Uranus, this is a time where all those people who have been through unpredictable, chaotic disruption, I mean really, compared to recent years, you know, this last 2 or 3 years, the Uranus-Pluto square has been anything but gentle at an individual level. Admittedly, in terms of birthdays, I am talking primarily those people born in the last few days of June, December, September and March, and also of course the first week of July, January, April and September. This is ongoing still, but this full moon, this is hitting a lot of people. And it doesn't help that to complete the Grand Cross, we've got Uranus opposite the North Node and the Sun, the Moon and Pluto squaring the North Node. It does seem that actions and decisions, or rather decisions and actions, that are being taken at this time, and by this time I mean from the start of 2014 through to mid-April 2015, are shaping the future in a way that's not been possible before. And you can be sure that at some level there are some very deep machinations at work. You can also be sure that in many ways real revolution, or to be positive about it, re-evolution, is being not so much planned, because this is stuff that happens, it's like bundles of time. Sudden moments of synchronicity pop into existence. This is kairos time instead of chronos time. And it seems as if we're about to burst into this more synchronistic, almost serendipitous potential. So I do expect bundles of opportunities to start opening. But this is a shockwave. This right now, this is some type of major hatching point. Right now, as I record. It's also a time of risk. There's a lot of potential emotional volatility, anger, resentment, and explosiveness out there. So be careful, folks, in the next 24 hours, 48 hours. I would go so far as to say this is the second most difficult full moon of the year. I would also go as far as to say it's one of the 4 or 5 hardest times of 2015. And I also think it's the beginning of the end now for 1 or 2 very, very prominent figures. I'm overrunning. More tomorrow. The new year starts here, I think, after this full moon. Catch you later. Bye.